Thousands of returning service members from the Iraq and Afghanistan wars are hunting for jobs. The local unemployment rate for veterans is around 10%. There's a new program that's trying to chip away at that rate and connect veterans with employers. Tim Crisp is a veteran looking for a job, and John Funk is Director of Operations for Easter Seals of Southern California Military and Veterans Employment Services. Both men join me now. Tim, you served in the military as a sergeant major in the Iraq War. How difficult has it been for you to find a job?
Well, I'm just in the exploratory stage, discovery stage right now. I just recently retired, but talking to other veterans, it has been a challenge. But also for me, speaking for me personally, it's been somewhat of a challenge, but also it's inspirational as I move on to that next transition. I have a vast experience in manager and logistics background, so I'm looking forward to finding the right fit for me instead of just finding a job. And that may be a little bit different than what some veterans might be going through.
So how does experience in management in the military and logistics transfer into the general civilian job market?
That's a great question. Well, my Monday morning, a lot of times back here in the States as a manager in the Marine Corps is very similar and correlates with any senior executive of a corporation. I handle day-to-day operations. I deal with the workforce. I may have some planning to do, strategic planning, long-term goals planning. So a lot of the same things that we do in the Marine Corps or in the service relates to the civilian sector.
John, as we said in the intro, the unemployment rate for local veterans is at 10%. Why has it been so difficult for veterans to find jobs?
I think part of the challenge is that there are biases and stereotypes that exist both on the veteran side as well as the employer side. And while San Diego is a very veteran-friendly community, part of it is translating those experiences and talents and skills that a military member has so that they can be understood by an employer in a context that they can get. Clearly, the military speaks a very different and unique language, full of acronyms. Part of the challenge with the transitioning veteran is to get them to speak that language so that people can understand it. Not just the direct job that they may have had while they were in the military, but they can also translate the soft skills that were associated with that. How they're very goal-oriented, their leadership, their teamwork capability, their results-oriented approach to getting the job done. And then on the employer side, part of that's understanding that don't hire a veteran just because he's a veteran. Hire a veteran because he has these great, strong attributes that he can bring to your organization to make your organization successful. What we're doing at Easter Seals is trying to help make that connection.
Well, tell me about that. What is the Work First Military and Families program all about?
What's unique is that we work with veterans as well as the spouses or registered domestic partners of veterans that have a disability that impacts their ability to gain employment. And we work with them one-on-one, and we customize an employment approach for them. So we take them through a discovery process similar to the process that Tim is involved with right now, and saying, just because you did a certain thing in the military doesn't mean that you have to do that in a civilian employment context. So we take them through this discovery process to help define what their goals, skills, attributes, and desires are. And then from that point, then, we work to define their story in a language that they can tell for themselves. And we then will tailor resumes to specific job opportunities, and primarily we'll connect them with an employer base that's available. So we teach them how to network, and we connect them with employers that are seeking veterans, and we make that connection between the job seeker and then the employer.
Tim, how has the program worked for you so far?
Well, the Marine Corps has transition programs, but a lot of times there's several people set into a classroom and we go over specific things and resumes and how to approach the hiring process. But what John does is give me that customized, if you will, experience of working with me to narrow down my focus and help me really be more goal-oriented toward doing something that's going to really fit for me, and also help me with the administrative part of building a better resume and all those things as well. But just as a mentor and a coach, and because he's been through the process as well as a veteran, and his experience in helping others through what the 90 years experience that Easter Seals brings to the table has been very helpful.
John, very quickly, is it hard to get businesses on board?
Absolutely not. The businesses want to hire veterans. Our responsibility is just trying to help make that connection between the veteran and the employer.
Okay, we've got to wrap it up there. John, Tim, thanks for coming on the program.
Thank you very much.